Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. Thanks for waiting. This is Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're gonna talk about the only thing we ever talk about.
No, we talk about lots of things.
We do talk about lots of things on this channel, but nobody they all talk about the She-Ra video.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do another She-Ra video because earlier today, DreamWorks finally dropped a clip of the show.
Yeah.
So we cannot. I'm gonna send you guys a link to watch it for yourselves because I don't want to take a chance. DreamWorks is absolutely watching this channel, I think.
Yeah, someone asked for a Spinnerella video. That is a good question because
it was down for a while.
Well, no, it was the chat, like the most recent. It was there yesterday, and then it was not showing in the most recent today. And then you could find it. But you had to either search for it directly or you had to dig through under different playlists to find it. Like it got moved. We have no idea how.
Yeah, I don't know. Now it's back. It's back. So if you go out to uploads on Clownfish TV, you should be able to find the Spinnerella video. And we also talk about. Well, there goes the truck. We also talk about a Latino review.
The monkey lady is Catra.
The monkey lady is Catra. Yes. She does not really look like original. What we call them G1 now? Is that how we're doing it? We're doing it like ponies and Transformers. G1 She-Ra. So they did drop this new teaser trailer. I'm not going to put the sound on for this.
Sorry. I wondered who that was for. It's not for you. It's for kids. And all of our friends.
So, they've only got 5,000. I'm surprised they only have 5,000 views on it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Hours.
I hope it's like, I'm not giving them views. You know what? I can't tell you how many times I say the same thing. I'm like, I click on that, but I don't want to give them views. So.
Yeah. So, basically, this is She-Ra. I believe, I don't know if she's turning into She-Ra for the first time, but she's getting into it with her BFF Catra, who is tasing her to take her back to the Horde because she misses her.
Well, that and Shadow Weaver is going to have her head.
Oh, Shadow Weaver is gonna, yeah. So I'll show a little bit here and there. I'm not going to put the sound on.
I wish we could because their voices are annoying.
Yeah.
Like not even 10 seconds into this, my son looked at me and he's like, that's not good, and walked away.
Yeah. So it's very okay. I'm gonna say like the humor is. I mean, it's really calling it Steven Universe wasn't too far off. I think
Steven Universe has better acting.
Yeah, the acting was kind of odd. It's just I don't know. It's very now. I'm gonna skip. We've got Glimmer. Catra is laughably inept in this. I don't know if she is in the show, but she's just not terribly good at anything.
So anyway, you're skipping all past all the important things, though. So they hit Catra with a net, and then Glimmer uses her teleportation powers to get Adora out of the way.
So Glimmer is the character that Noelle Stevenson said she based her.
Yes.
So Glimmer is her D&D character.
Right.
Okay. So now we know, because she teleports. We got Bo, who refers to Swiftwind as Horsey.
That's not Swiftwind. That would be Arrow.
That's Arrow?
Yeah. Or
okay.
a horse.
A horse. A horse. Maybe it is Arrow.
Now Glimmer's like, I'm wasted. Oh, I wish I could hear the voices because the acting is just so bad.
Maybe. Okay. Maybe.
Why did you save me?
If we talk over it.
I bet you they flag it anyway.
Okay, I'm not gonna. Okay, so basically, yeah, there's a lot of crying and tearing up and everything in this.
Back to you in the ruin. You could have saved us in there, and I knew that. I was so stupid and a dummy head and a jerk.
Tears, she's crying because she's a dummy head. Oh, stupid.
No, I'm adding dummy head. That was my own addition.
Glimmer is high as a So Glimmer is she's very emotional. This reminds me. I mean, like I said, it's very much Steven Universe. The tone of it. I mean, there's a lot of crying in Steven Universe, a lot of feels, and that's what this is about. Mostly, it's the feels.
Well, what gets me
Please
is,
come back
don't
to the
you know
Horde, I
now?
miss you.
She-Ra is a magical girl show now. It wasn't an effing magical girl show before. They're marketing it as a magical girl show. Best Friends Club.
Yeah. So they have all this time. Here's my thing, right?
I'm the horrid soldier. Yep, you said it. No, it's horrid soldier, but
Here's the thing, like Glimmer was kind of a badass in the original show too. Like she was the daughter of the queen. She didn't cry a whole lot.
Here we're gonna get to see it turn into Sailor Moon.
Oh yeah, here's a transformation. Okay, we'll do that.
I
We're
love her voice though. Okay, anyway, we're gonna see her do transformation to Sailor Moon now.
Moon Crystal Power.
I like Magical Girl too, but She-Ra is not Magical Girl. That's my point. Oh look, she grows. Turns into a giant for no reason at all. And then she has her 80s moon boots.
I know. I don't know what's.
We had meetings about the boots to make them fabulous. They look like the really. You remember the puffy 80s moon boots? That's what they remind me of, like marshmallows.
Yeah, it's very. I don't know. I'm not.
And now she glows all the time.
She's-us.
She's-us, yes.
She's-us.
She's glowing for no reason.
Come, my child. As the man gets his butt kicked because he has to.
And if he's supposed to be your best friend, why didn't Glimmer care about going back and saving him?
He's just hero support. He's not actually a dude. So you can tell they copy stuff from. Yeah, it's very. This is the thing. It doesn't feel. Donix1 says, hello guys. Hey, JD Vega, you can tell they copy stuff from other shows. It feels like Steven Universe. It feels
the
like
voice
Steven
acting
Universe.
is like Steven Universe,
it's
but
very
worse.
Much like Steven.
The transformation is definitely Sailor Moon. It's just the boots are from the 80s moon boots.
Yeah, when does it air? Next week. It drops next week, I
13th.
think Tuesday. It's not Friday the 13th. But
be.
I'm actually kind of like, I joked with Geeky. I said, I think the show, like, we have our reservations about it, but I'm like, maybe it'll be okay. But I'm like, no, it's bugging me. I think it's actually going to be worse than we.
Every time I think, okay, maybe I'll see. It just gets worse. It just gets worse and worse and worse. And I'm like, okay. And then I heard the acting. As soon as I heard the voices, I was like, nope. These are just nope.
Yeah. Now this is some action. I just have a feeling this is going to be a very talky cartoon.
And he's like, wait, do you have the subtitles on here when he talks about the horsey?
Oh yeah, wait, hold on.
He goes about the horsey.
He calls
it's been an honor to serve with you, horsey. Horsey. Yeah, see?
LOL, that's so random to have Bo call him horsey.
Yeah, I mean, just like, and I think they're trying to say, it's for little kids. Like, kids aren't stupid. I mean, I don't know why they keep thinking if you're gonna do a show for kids, you have to dumb it down and make it stupid. Clearly, why do they keep putting people in charge of shows, quote unquote, for kids who have no kids, or who don't work with kids, who aren't around kids, and then they're like.
That's the thing. I am, people said, who is the show for? I don't know, because they've effectively pissed off the classic He-Man and She-Ra fans. The marketing has literally told
We're going to mention the article in a bit.
Yeah, we're going to. The marketing has basically, the PR firm, whoever's in charge of marketing the show is failing hard. They're basically taking the old school, or telling the old school fans to go take a leap, and, it's just a weird, situation here. So let's see here.
Yes. So it's been an honor to serve you, horsey. Serve beside you, horsey.
So, yeah. So then She-Ra has to come save the day. It's just,
and she just walks in glowing. To come in. Now, don't you see how this animation is so much superior to the original?
This is like Mia.
I definitely see the Mobius and Miyazaki here.
I see the Miyazaki. Don't you see the Miyazaki? I can taste the Miyazaki.
Look, see, 80s moon boots.
Everybody's got boots. Did you notice Bo had moon boots that had little hearts on them?
No, but I'm not gonna be able to not see it.
Yeah, he did. I'm telling you, right?
Oh, for
Bo's
God's
got little
sakes.
heart. He looks like a freaking Care Bear. He's got like
one heart for each of his dads.
That's probably
another heart in his chest is for himself.
That's right. We'll always be together.
God.
We'll always be with you, Bo.
We'll go back to where you were doing the horsey.
Horsey?
It's been amazing. To
I'm not doing the
horsey.
I'm not doing the horsey. Nobody's doing.
Oh, look, music.
Music. You gotta get a look at those fabulous boots.
Yeah, because they had meetings about the boots, because the boots were so important.
Boots.
Why is her ankle broken on the one side?
I don't know. They had meetings about boots. All right. Oh, the Horde. Oh, that's the lizard dude. Okay, yeah, the Horde. I don't like the soldiers. They look like cops in riot gear. They don't look like. They don't look like.
Of how wonderful this is.
And
now she's a giant for no reason.
Because she's big.
Why?
She's a big woman.
Why?
Because the show likes big women.
Because and we were joking. Our daughter's like, where does her boobs go when she turns into She-Ra? And you were like, what did you say? Mass redistribution or something?
Mass redistribution.
So I mean, our daughter, who's the target audience, wants to know where her boobs go.
Oh my god, she has cankles. DCV Titan, thank you. You didn't have to do that. What the literal shit? They just let her waltz into the middle and do her thing. It's like everything's stopping so Anakin and Padme can strategize, and it's been an honor to serve with you, Horsey. Maybe they don't have the rights to Arrow, or maybe he names the horse Arrow later, or maybe it's Swiftwind, or maybe it's just a random horse he found. Yeah, here's the thing. Like
It's not Swiftwind.
They even say, Glimmer's even like, I don't know if I can trust you, but I don't know what else to do. So here, take this powerful artifact.
I'm a dummy head. But here you go. Have the sword now.
I'm going to cry because I want to trust you. And I'd be like, thanks, bitch. I'm taking it back to Hordak, and we're going to burn your town to the ground.
Let's recap. So Catra zaps She-Ra with a cattle prod repeatedly.
Yeah.
Then Glimmer and Bo ride in and zap her with something else. It doesn't look nearly as powerful, but she's like, oh, and backs away. She gets struck with a net, and then Glimmer has to zap Adora out of there with all her strength so that they don't, get her. And then Bo's left to fend for himself against Catra and her cattle prods. And her army, yeah, and it's like, and then, we have to hear Glimmer bawl. We're like right in the beginning of the movie.
It's literally Steven. It's Steven Universe. That's what they do. They're Steven Universe. It's so irritating. It's like they might have a good action scene every once in a while, but then it's they've got to cry too, and they have to reform the bad guys.
I'm sorry, I was a dummy head. Here, take the sword of power.
I don't know if I can trust you.
I can't trust you, but here's the sword because I'm a duty head.
I'm a duty head.
And then she turns into a giant that glows.
And then she turns into a glowing giant. Jesus. Yes. Jesus, the most powerful. The most powerful woman in the universe.
So anyway.
So yeah, I think that probably Elvic says that animation. I doubt they'll have any good action scenes. I kind of wonder if that's part of like the deal with Steven Universe. Like everybody's like, oh, it's so boring, it's so slow, it's so talky, and I'm like, it's also very cheap to animate talking heads.
Everybody talks about how bad the acting is in Steven Universe.
This
acting is worse. This is worse than Steven Universe. It is definitely worse.
Yeah, Wonder Woman would call, these characters a bunch of pussies. I mean, they are. Like, even Adora, she's supposed to be a force captain. Like, if you saw Adora...
You can't call them pussies, they'll cry.
Okay. Except for Bo. Bo's a pussy.
No, don't make him cry. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, make Bo cry.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm surprised Bo didn't cry. No, I think... Like, look, the original show, it wasn't perfect, right? But Adora kicked all kinds of ass. She was a force captain. She was kicking ass. She had there was a freaking laser gun in her bedroom. Like, she didn't put up with this shit. If Glimmer came to Adora bawling her eyes out in the original,
she'd
Adora would
slap her and say, grow up.
She'd like, grow up hair, bitch. She'd probably roundhouse kick her in the face or something. Just like, oh my God.
No, that only happens in Canada.
Portland. That happens in Portland.
I thought it was Canada.
Was it Canada? Was it Canada or Portland? Oh, it was Canada. It was Canada.
Yeah, you only get roundhouse kicked to the face when,
Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, so it was, it is exactly what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
So, and that's only from seeing this little part, but
it's okay. It's not for you.
It's clearly
for
not.
Children.
It's clearly not.
Who none of us have, but we all are going to, and we don't know what they want, but we're all going to say we're making the show for them. It's not. It's for their friends. What's sad is their friends are like their 20s.
Yeah, it is.
I'm a duty head.
I bet Bo's going to cry a lot in this show. He seems like the kind of guy, the sensitive hero support that would bawl his fucking eyes out, That's
what everybody's saying.
Because he would. Yeah, it's Steven Universe. It's Steven Universe with a coat of She-Ra-esque paint. It's not, if you're looking for classic She-Ra, you're not going to find it here. I don't think. I mean, we'll
I'm not bashing Canada. I was just saying because one video.
Canada's cool.
With the one video where the guy was supposed to kick the woman in the head.
Oh, the dude, yeah.
That's what I was talking about.
But he got fired for that.
No, we're not saying you put this shit out.
No,
America's the ones who put that shit out.
Yeah, we totally take responsibility for new She-Ra. But no, if you guys haven't seen it, there was a dude who, there was a little bit of disagreement at an abortion rally, and the dude kicked a woman in the face.
I'm agreeing with Elvic on this. I'm going to complain about the hair animation during the transformation, too. It doesn't act like hair at all. Yes, it doesn't. I was like, what is that? Well, my daughter, she's 11. She just turns into a giant, and then she has she say like a weird hair cap and a big like a big hair cape in the back or something. What did she say exactly?
Something like that. Yeah, she didn't. She's not into it though. She's 11. She watched the original. She watched the original She-Ra with mom. I mean, both of our kids have seen the original He-Man and She-Ra. They've seen the 2002 series, and our daughter, who likes Winx Club and she likes shows like this, and she's supposedly the target audience is like, eh. You know,
yeah, she was like,
not into this,
what did you do to Catra? She was like, what?
Of course, we poisoned
Oh, no,
her.
yes.
We poisoned her against
Don't tase
show.
me, Bo. Oh,
my God.
Oh, my God.
That's shirt worthy. Don't tase me, Bo.
We need a shirt of Don't Tase Me, Bo. Don't tase me, Bo.
Guy from DCP Titan, Cuck Norris. Is that what they're calling him? The dude who was a hairdresser that, he did the little thing where he stuck his tongue out and then he kicked the woman in the head. He's all like, I meant to kick your phone. And he got fired.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get past the Don't Tase Me, Bo. That's the best thing I've seen all day. Okay, geeky. Yeah, we're gonna do reactions when the show comes out. Yes.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how to do it. We might have. I mean, we can't show the video, so we're gonna have to figure out what to do here.
Anyway, so I just want to know why she turns into a giant and she glows. It's the power from within.
That's her hair. That's Elvic's. Look at that hair transformation. I don't know. It just looks like it. It looks like kind of the like. You know, all these shows are trying to be anime, but they're not quite
Anime light,
anime-esque. Like even the typical DC animated direct-to-video movies have better animation. So the show was I think it was kind of done on the.
I'm a duty head.
I'm a poo-poo brain. Get used to this face. I think we're gonna see this a lot. Like all the characters are gonna cry at least once per episode. I think.
Oh God. Okay, anyway.
There's no time for crying. You're fighting the freaking horde. They're going to burn.
They're going to burn your best friend.
Burn everybody alive. Grow a pair, Glimmer. Grow a pair.
Yeah.
That'll be the next thing. Yeah, she probably will. And then people will be like, oh my God, Glimmer's got testicles.
Anyway, speaking of testicles, should we talk about the EW article first or the other thing?
I don't know. We'll talk about EW. So, okay. Well, actually, okay. This is okay.
Oh, the Frosta thing.
This is Frosta.
She's 11. Same age as our daughter.
She's 11. Now, we know that Frosta looks radically different than she did in the original show. We did not know that she was literally a younger version of Catra from Avatar. She looks nothing like the original Frosta at all.
Nope. They
turned her into a little kid, and I bet she's an annoying little kid. I just have a feeling she's going to be an annoying little kid. And let's look up the original.
Why? If you go to Twitter, they have the write-up.
Whoa, that's not fish sticks. There we go. There's Frosta. This is the original Frosta. She was kind of a badass. She was like an ice queen. She was doing Elsa before. Well, no, never mind. She was Elsa-esque before. She might have been doing Elsa. I don't know.
They get their way.
Again, powerful character. Pretty cool, no pun intended. This is what she would look like in 2002.
She looks so awesome.
Again, we keep seeing these designs that were not used. This is 2002 Frosta. This is what she would look like if she had actually appeared on the show on the He-Man reboot like she was supposed to.
I love her staff. Her staff's amazing.
Pretty badass. And
yeah, those are much better boots, right? Yes.
Yeah, those are way better boots.
Than marshmallow boots.
Way better boots. So yeah, instead we get the little Eskimo Korra going on here. So here's her bio. At 11 years old, Frost is the youngest princess in the Alliance. Not only is her kingdom one of the most powerful kingdoms in Etheria, but her ice and snow powers make her an essential member of the rebellion. Even though she's new to the throne, she's a stickler for rules and is very particular about how she likes things done. So she's going to be a bossy little twit that you're going to hate. She's going to be annoying.
They have rune stones. The fractal flake.
The fractal flake? That's her rune. Oh, God. This is like really bad magic. Skills: ice and snow powers. Create structures made of ice.
So she's
Attributes:
Elsa.
Conjures ice fists and ice armor. Allegiance: the rebellion. I think she's gonna be the annoying little kid character, the obligatory annoying little kid.
Well, I can't decide which one's the annoying one. I mean, they just all seem like they're the annoying little kid.
Yeah, so
I know it's like they keep stereotyping these people, guys, and then they're like, we want for diversity and against stereotypes as we make stereotypes, for our characters.
So again, this is reimagined Frosta. This is the Frosta from 2002. He-Man never happened. She's absolutely incredible, and this is Frosta from the original Filmation show. Again, totally different. She looked almost like Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, if she had ice powers or something. She was a cool character, no pun intended. Again, I keep saying that. Why do I keep saying that? But she was
There's something wrong with you.
But she was on the show quite often, as I remember. She was
she was on there a lot.
She was on all. Mm-hmm. She was like one of.
She's
Shira's
not
BFFs.
Fish Sticks.
She's not Fish Sticks. Don't confuse Frosta with Fish Sticks.
Fettuccine.
Or Fettuccine. There's some nice fan art. Yeah, so she was pretty tough. Now she's
beautiful. That's problematic.
That's problematic. Here's the thing. You know what's problematic? I'll tell you what's problematic. And I thought about this the other day. Literally, none of the princess characters have the typical Princess of Power body type. Like, they have gone out of their way to make sure that not a single one, including She-Ra herself, looks like the original Princess of Power.
Oh, no, because you're not allowed to be pretty. That's
fit, tall, athletic.
That's
none
bad.
Of them. None of them.
Because you can't be that. That's against the rules.
We've got like a tall, lanky one. Oh, DCV Titan, thank you. Annoying one.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Right. Which one is the annoying one?
But no, seriously, like, you look at the characters, like, they've gone.
Not power,
like,
frozen cuisine.
I think, was it a legitimate criticism that all the female characters had pretty much the same body type? Yeah, because they're basically action Barbie dolls.
Yeah.
I mean, they were designed by Mattel. Same with He-Man. All the He-Man characters were buff, right? Because that was just that was the look of the line. They were, idealized athletic.
Yes, I don't see all these
characters.
men like have gonna kill themselves because they didn't look like He-Man. You know what I mean?
Right, but did you notice, like, every character, like, I'm not trying to be, body shaming, but they went out of their way to make sure that not a single character has that typical Princess of Power body line. So really, and again, when you look at, Spinnerella, this is just.
I also want to point out, as somebody who's heavy themselves, besides the fact that everybody keeps saying about her face and neck being too skinny, which is true, if you're wearing a leotard like that and tights, you're going to have lumps and bumps in places that are not going to be flattering, and you're not going to be that smooth unless it was like some kind of tummy control panels, ass control, thigh control,
ass control.
Yeah,
ass control. He-Man. No, you want to know what He-Man? Okay, so if the people who are in charge of She-Ra rebooted He-Man. For today, he would look like this. This is body positive He-Man. Body positive He-Man, everybody. Because we don't want fat, balding, hairy, middle-aged guys to feel bad. Anybody can be He-Man. Anybody can be He-Man. Oh, see, they got the right idea. Look at this. You got the right idea. You've got the right idea. There you go. This is what we want. How come we don't see body positive, fat, balding male superheroes? Like, I want to feel good about myself. I'm getting older. I'm not quite as thin as I used to be.
I don't like that either, though.
I don't. I'm not that fat, but I don't have all the hair I used to have. I want to feel good about myself. I want to know I can be He-Man.
So there you go.
There we go.
Well, let's look at the EW article now.
All right, so we're gonna go here. So the PR machine is in full force this week. She-Ra and the Princesses of Power is a funny, wonderful pop fantasy. EW review.
Pop fantasy. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, wait. Okay, remember.
Pop fantasy.
We're talking about the friendly media. People paid to say this stuff.
Yeah, there's a system in place. There's a system in place. Let's just put it that way.
I'm a heavy-set woman. If someone said about because being fit, I'm a heavy-set woman, and I even find it problematic.
But the thing is,
drinking. Sorry, guys. It's not the good kind of drinking.
The good time. But the thing is like, there's nothing. It makes me so mad that they're like, oh, it's just guys who want to jack off to She-Ra. It's like, no. Maybe women want those power fantasies too. I sure as hell am never going to look like He-Man. Even I used to hit the gym 2 hours a day when I was in my early 20s. I didn't look like He-Man. Nobody's going to look like He-Man. But you know what? I want freaking He-Man to look like He-Man. I want He-Man to look like He-Man because that's what He-Man looks like. He's super powerful, and it doesn't make me feel bad about myself that I can't look like He-Man. Nobody can look like He-Man.
Okay, let's look at someone said ooh. Let's look at ooh. Okay.
Darren Franich. We're lousy with nostalgia baiting TV revivals, but She-Ra and the Princesses of Power is something special.
Because they paid us.
The new Netflix series debuting on November 13th updates the 80s Sword Tech cartoon into a heroically right now
right now.
I haven't read this yet, so this is going to be my first reaction. Oh, God. Okay, this is all the buzzwords.
I just loved the first bit.
All the buzzwords, guys. Updates the 80s Sword Tech cartoon to a heroically right now parable about
empowered women.
About empowered women team working against terror.
But what about the men? There are men in the show. What about them?
He is hero support. DCV Titan Masters of the Universe is problematic, right? We can't have men fighting. We can't have men fighting. Too many men. Too much fighting.
Ew, men.
Ew, man. The result is a funny, wonderful pop fantasy animated like disco. What
the
hell?
Somebody.
I haven't read this article yet. What the fuck does this mean?
Somebody needs to learn how to use adjectives properly.
Oh my God, this sentence. The result is a funny, wonderful pop fantasy animated like disco fireworks. Fun for kids of all genders. Fun for kids who have every gender. Fun for everybody. And parents looking for something happy to cry about.
Yeah, I'm crying.
This is...
the funny, wonderful pop fantasy.
Oh my God, I want to see this.
Disco fireworks.
Disco fireworks.
That's what their boots are.
Disco fireworks. Oh my God, that's our new band name. Disco Fireworks. Mm-hmm. It's like Arcade Fire. Disco Fire. What the fuck are Disco Fireworks?
I don't even know.
Somebody tell me what the fuck Disco Fire. What in the actual fuck is a disco firework? Show me a link where you show me a fucking disco firework. I want to know.
I just want this person needs a restriction on adjectives. Like, I mean, he needs like a limit.
Oh my God. Shira takes place on Etheria, a cyber magical planet where every climate zone is a fantasy landscape ruled by monarch lady elementals.
Wait, whoa. Every climate zone is a fantasy landscape. It was like Miyazaki and Mobius, and ruled by monarchic
lady elemental, like Adventure Time. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
They already did this.
Water princess, plant princess, snow princess, princess who does machines.
Whoa!
Okay, let's
watch
that one.
She does machines until she sees disco fireworks. That's a STEM princess.
That's just the opening credits. They're not even the lead characters.
Oh my God. Who did you write this, or did the PR firm just hand you this with a check for $1,000? Or whatever. I don't know what you guys get paid.
The series follows Adora, an effective teen soldier in a pollution-y army called the Horde.
Oh, because they're polluting the planet in addition to genocide and colonialism.
Then why did they call Captain Flippin' Planet? Captain Planet.
Call Captain Planet. Call Captain Planet.
Oh God.
Monarchic Lady Elemental and Disco freaking fireworks.
One of them does machines.
And one of them does machines.
And the pollution-y army called the Horde, a orphan race for global conquest with a steady diet of anti-princess.
Oh my God! Are you fucking kidding me? Adora's an orphan with a steady diet of anti-princess propaganda, like the show she stars in. What in the actual shit is this?
But she starts to expect she's on the wrong side of history.
Oh my God! She starts to expect she's on the wrong side of history. Is this the Onion? Is this the Onion? I gotta check. No! This shit's for real. You're for real. I don't think you're actually for real, but I think this is. Oh God, I need some alcohol.
That
Holy
puts her
shit!
at odds with Catra, a childhood friend and fellow hoarder.
A childhood friend and fellow hoarder
with dark intentions.
I'm gonna steal her boots and put them in my boot collection. I've only got like 9,000. Catra hoards cats. She's a cat hoarder with a boot fetish. Holy shit.
But it also pushes
shit.
her into the orbit of a couple anti-horde rebels. Teleportation Princess Glimmer.
Wait, is that her kingdom? She's the princess of teleportation.
And Trickshot Arrowmeister Bow. Who?
Trickshot Arrowmeister.
Burgermeister.
Oh my God, that's like the Nazi Hawkeye. You call me Trickshot Meisterburger.
And there's
I'm sorry, Arrowmaster.
Arrowmeister.
Meisterburger.
And there's also the matter of a mysterious sword Dora finds in the wilderness, an ancient weapon that just transformed her into the shimmering red-caped warrior She-Ra.
People said disco fireworks are real. Oh my god, I need. Okay,
we'll look up that later.
I am.
Just stay on target.
I can't. There's too much.
1985, She-Ra, Princess of Power was spun off from He-Man, the Masters of the Universe, and both series shared the internal logic of a crammed toy box. Tanks
here we go. We got
sorcerers, loincloth atop cybernetics, various mystical beings from a spaced-out laser age.
Oh god, this guy just. Tyler Preston, thank you so much. Didn't have to do that. Have you guys seen New Sabrina? No, I haven't watched it yet. Geeky doesn't want to watch it.
I will not watch it
because she thinks there's gonna be like animal death and stuff. And there
It's
probably will be sacrifices.
It's not my thing.
I want to see it. I will. I just
thing.
need some time. So now this is the part of the article, the obligatory part of the article where they shit all over She-Ra and the fandom.
Season 1 of the new series is roughly a get the gang together story, with Glimmer attempting to reform a long dormant princess alliance against eerie tyrant Hordak. Nothing sounds more like some Mattel executive's mid-80s cocktail lunch than an evil horde led by someone named Hordak.
Come on.
But the new She-Ra, the title pluralized with princesses, uses the Lucky Charms marshmallows. Yeah, like the boots. E. Why does he put E? Lucky Charms marshmallow.
Who writes like this? This is not
world building to spark cheerful, disparate adventure styles. They can't even read this
Ish
shit.
and E. Like, who gave where did you learn to write E? Your stuff is English-ish. Okay. It's Englishy. It's not even. This is not how people talk.
Hold on. There's a pirate-ish. What's this with hyphens and adjectives? There's a pirate-ish voyage. A robo-labyrinth, a fairy tale forest not far from the metropolitan dystopia.
Unknown character 14. Thank you so much. Hordak was right. Seriously, if I gotta read more shit like this, I'm joining the fucking horde. I'm ending it. I'm like, we're bringing order.
We're not done yet.
Okay.
And there's a real sense of humor. Self-aware without ever being snarky.
Horsey.
It's shit is what it is. It's not even funny. Like, the voice acting is like, oh my god, like, my bad. I'm like, so sorry.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just giving the Antichrist the weapon to destroy us all.
She-Ra has a wild central mythology with an ongoing mystery about obscure, maybe, he needs commas in here, extraterrestrial ancient race with a Tronish pyramid aesthetic. Along the lines of Mobius and Miyazaki. No, it doesn't say that. But also,
Mobius did do the designs for Tron.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I push it.
Yes.
But also, when you least expect it, the fate of the world depends on various characters attending a formal dress invite-only royal prom. Yes, royal prom.
What?
Royal prom.
Oh my god.
They're going to prom.
Promish. It's like kind of promish.
Like
promishy. Oh my god.
Promishy.
Promishy.
Promishy. I wanted to go to when I was in school. I wanted to go to Promishy.
Oh, this isn't surprising. Can I read this?
Okay.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Like you want to. I missed the old school She-Ra Princess of Power partially because when it debuted as a fresh-born spud, barely capable of perceiving shapes and colors.
Yeah, well, you still are.
Although that's not a very good excuse since the new showrunner, Noelle Stevenson, wasn't even around for the 1980s. Take it away. Take it away.
Yeah. A cartoonist who worked a bit on the blissful new DuckTales, Stevenson brings a mix of fanish enthusiasm and hippily transgressive newness. Where is this guy?
Fuck, clearly you were not born in the 80s.
The reboot vibe here recalls the 2000s Battlestar Galactica. Action figure iconography grounded with wit and dark whimsy.
What?
I know.
What?
Stevenson, calm down. Stevenson.
No, God, you know how, okay, so you're upset about, what upsets me is the fucking marketing and the lying pop culture media and these dumbasses who have never watched these shows telling the rest of us that we're wrong. It wasn't your childhood. You admitted it. Nobody who worked on the show was alive when the show was
I believe in karma, and they'll come around and take all their shows.
What shows? They just keep recycling ours.
That's true.
Okay, go for it.
Stevenson honors the basic plot layout and the birthday cake radiance of old school She-Ra. What does that even mean?
Birthday cake radiance, disco fireworks, and horse shit galore. Horsey shit. I'm sorry.
Horsey shit.
DCV
right.
Titan, thank you so much. It's clear this person has no knowledge of the older new show. They just saw the clip you linked at the beginning and skimmed the press release. Hordak did nothing wrong. Hordak wants to make sure people like you are not in power.
Yes, and
telling people what to
and
think.
Stevenson honors us with
Poor
the
guy
basic
is right.
plot layout and the birthday cake radiance. Oh, I mean, because she glows all the time, so she just ate a shit ton of birthday cake, and the candles are still lit. I don't know, whatever.
God.
Okay, but the original cast of characters has been casually diversified. No, there's no casually
casually diversified. Well, never mind. Not enough diversity. Casually diversified. Casually.
Just pick up a,
I don't know. Whatever. Hell, let's go back to this. Garbage.
Casually diversified and newly illustrated to boldly suggest human beings have all shapes and sizes.
Oh my God. Boldly suggest. How dare they? They have all shapes and sizes except for anyone resembling the original body type of the original Princess's Power.
So they represent everybody
except
but the original
fit women. Tall, fit women. Tall, fit white women not allowed unless you're She-Ra. In that case, we have to take your boobs away.
Anyway, I'm gonna go back to this and ignore like bullshit in the comments. Anyway, Season 1 also has its repetitive bits, some flat stretches of animation, there's a lot of flat animation, a slow build to a showdown whose outcome you'll see coming. Oh, imagine that. These are not things that will bother my niece after I beg her to watch this. Well, my daughter's target audience, and she thinks it looks like shit. But you feel Stevenson fitting several fascinating possibilities into what amounts to a prologue. Table setting the beginning. I can't even read this guy's writing. Table setting the beginning of an epic tale. There's no epic in this.
He had multiple sentences, or is this one sentence? Because this is, and the reason we're even going there is this is so indicative of the marketing for the show.
This is puffery.
This ties into like everything I want to talk about afterwards. But
this reminds me of back in the day, like they had like what was the movie with Heath Ledger where he was with the swords? Like it was like the where they were doing jousting and stuff. My mind went blank. Mm-hmm. Well, Heath Ledger where they were doing the jousting and all that.
Oh, A Knight's Tale.
Knight's Tale.
Yes.
And then he had the one guy come out and he did this puffery bullshit. That's what this reminds me of.
He got knocked on his ass.
Yeah, this is what it reminds me of. And her amazing bigness and her glowing birthday cake-like presence.
Birthday cake, disco, fireworks, lightning vagina.
But you can't say vagina, you're not allowed to.
Oh, that's right, because we don't know what
respect,
she identifies
the new
as.
She-Ra feels fully formed on arrival. Catra reveals herself as an emotionally wounded... This person doesn't understand commas. Bad behavior anti-hero.
An emotionally wounded, bad behavior No, Catra's a bad guy.
Complex as any family-friendly cartoon I've ever seen.
She wants to claw your fucking eyes out. That's Catra's job. And look fabulous doing it with her boots.
But now she just looks like shit. Anyway, so this person really needs learn how to use commas. Her antagonism with Adora lifts the series to another level. Lifelong friends. They've chosen radically different paths for unsteady reasons. Adora has a strong moral code built atop encompassing confusion about herself and her world. Catra's more strong-willed, openly malicious, but she's also operating from a legitimate feeling of betrayal. And bonus is a cool hang.
No, basically Adora tried to leave the army, and Catra's like, no, you can't leave the army.
Now I have to zap you with my taser.
Now I have to zap you with my taser.
Here we go.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. My taser went off by accident. Oh my god.
Anyone my age probably recalls certain clown comic elements in grade school, identifying homoerotic undercurrents and Masters of the Universe.
Okay, what? Anyone my age probably calls certain clown comic elements.
The Masters of the Universe was first. So if he didn't watch She-Ra and Masters of the Universe, how does he know about homoerotic undercurrents in Masters of the Universe?
Homoerotic? God, what the hell was he trying to say? Otaku Gamer Judas,
I know, right?
Was this a college project that had a word count? I don't know. And did we miss... Yeah, this is... Okay, so we got DCV Titan.
Okay.
And how do I unget... There we go. God. Okay. Do you want me to go or do you want to keep going?
Oh, no, I'll just keep doing it. Okay. A subtext that now looks like the most heartening thing about the He-Man saga, at least in the learned analysis of my former colleague, Adam B. Very.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, exactly.
Who gives
Don't give a shit. She-Ra's safe for kids show that never even gets around to explicit romance. But Stevenson and her collaborators take the fundamental glittery camp style as an opportunity to fit some impressively complicated... Wait, the glitter campy style of the original, basically is what they're saying, as an opportunity to fit some impressively complicated emotions into the undercurrent of the Adora-Catra relationship. undercurrents hell. There's a pivotal
is not
moment
a
where
sentence.
Adora dances with Catra. Oh, big flippin' shocker! Heroine in a magenta fuchsia dress, villainous rocking a sangria-colored tuxedo with an unwrapped bow tie, club lights around them, casting a particular Bowie shade of pink, and then Catra dips Adora. Okay, so if you're wondering, there you fucking have it. Imagine that. Noelle Stevenson wrote a fanfic character, Adora, about herself and her fiancé.
Pretty much. It's, yeah, so Adora and Catra are totally a thing. And Catra's butthurt.
Yes, they dance at the prom.
They dance at the
and
prom.
And Catra's the boy and dips Adora,
Catra's the boy, and so that explains why Seahawk, who was She-Ra's squeeze,
now looks like he's Bo's dad
Freddie
squeeze.
Mercury. He looks like Freddie Mercury.
Oh my god, I can't even.
God.
But we're not pushing any agendas here, people.
We're not pushing any agendas.
On She-Ra, the retro-futurist female. Oh my god. With a cast of mostly women existing on a multidimensional spectrum. Good, evil, good but solitary, evil but understandable. Yeah, you can't just be fucking evil because utterly amoral, full-blown hippie. Doesn't take a brain surgery. Princess.
Doesn't take a brain surgery princess.
Though, to pinpoint the resonance here. I can't even, this article is just the biggest load of shit, and somebody who doesn't know how to write. Adora and her friends aren't just trying to unite their world against tyranny. They're trying to reunite an old all-female rebellion, a coalition of powerful, liberal-minded thinkers left in disarray after a brutal defeat years ago by a monstrously all-consuming bad dude.
Okay, so in case you're wondering, and we speculated, DCV Titan, thank you. Some parts of He-Man did come off as kind of gay. Yeah, that was intentional. They actually
we're not arguing that.
No, that's not it. This is like, wow. Okay, so we said before when we first saw Hordak, okay, we saw his haircut. We're like, oh my god, it's Richard Spencer. And
it wasn't Catra, it's Glimmer, it turns out.
Yeah,
sorry, someone asked about Dungeons and Dragons character.
And then we saw the Horde, and I'm like, oh, they're wearing like police SWAT arm. Well, if we wanted an answer...
Oh, it's real. It's Entertainment Weekly.
This is Entertainment Weekly. This is not some rando Tumblr blog. Adora and her friends aren't just trying to reunite their world against tyranny. They're trying to reunite an old all-female rebellion coalition of powerful, liberal-minded thinkers left in disarray after a brutal defeat years ago by a monstrously all-consuming bad doom named Hordak.
He's right.
Everything that we joked about, that we're like, oh my god, wouldn't it be funny if they did? They're fucking doing. Yep. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up.
The old Princess Rebellion failed, so why? Certain characters ask, should the next generation even try? Oh, he's going to tell us, I'm sure. It went horribly for our parents. I'm sorry. It went horribly for our parents, Glimmer says. But we have a chance to do it right. We're clearly stronger together. Think what all the princesses united could do. Indeed. Just think about it. He wrote One Anxious American Tuesday in November 2018. We're on the edge of greatness, turning darkness to light, roars Elia Rose in the She-Ra theme tune.
Oh my god, he's quoting the...
We must be strong, we must be brave. Pardon me, these appear to be tears in my eyes. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
We gotta find every bit of strength that we have and never let it go. We must be strong. We must resist.
And you must watch She-Ra. I'm going to be rooting for fucking Hordak. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to be like, Hordak, end this nonsensical shit. Just do what you got to do.
This article is, I think we read a lot of articles that are really badly written.
This is literally
absolute bullshit. This one takes the internal birthday cake.
This is, I hadn't read this before. People were talking.
I hadn't read the whole thing either.
This is the worst. This is one of the worst articles. I mean, it's not just a blowjob.
Not even just for She-Ra. This is general.
It's not just a blowjob to the studio, but it's like, this is so laughable. I swear to God, it was The Onion. But this is real. This guy actually believes this shit, I think. But he still only gave it a B+. This is the show of a generation. This is going to make you see disco fireworks. And I'm
crying because I'm so moved by the theme song.
But he only gave it a B+. Holy shit. Tyler Preston, thank you. Didn't have to do that. Dear God, tattooed teenage alien fighters from Beverly Hills was a better made show than She-Ra reboot. This is going to be the most political, cheaply made political propaganda.
Well, they just flat out said. So
shows,
what were our questions? Are they going to try to do a forced She-Ra and Catra, Adora and Catra relationship? Yes.
Yes.
Who saw that coming? I mean, she keeps going on about it. It was obviously coming. Is this going to be a forced leftist agenda pushed on children? Yes. Yes, it's going to be. And this is coming from somebody who actually leans left is saying this.
Yeah, I cannot believe this. I cannot believe that this got past Mattel. This explains, because I think Mattel's probably watches. I could just picture some executive Mattel screening the show and be like, okay, let's look for toy opportunities. They're like, well, shit. I don't know what we're going to do here because this is nothing
Someone's
like...
at odds of season 2. They're already saying they have a season 2. But here's the thing. Season 1's 8 episodes.
Yeah, it's probably
so they're basically taking one season, splitting it in half, like they do with Voltron, and saying, "Oh, look, we got 2 seasons." No, you don't. You got 1 season. It's not 2. You're just pitching it that way. It's like kind of like what they do with these shows on the Cartoon Network and stuff, where they go on hiatus to make the numbers look good. You know, it's just
and that's what they're alleging is. Now I don't know for sure, but they're alleging
that's what they're doing. I guarantee
with
it.
Steven Universe, because if Steven Universe, to be honest. And again, I'm not hating on Steven Universe. I think it's slow. I think it's okay. I'll give Steven Universe a pass because it's an original show. They're not taking an existing property with expectations from an existing fan base and turning it into something completely different. Steven Universe was its own thing. That being said, if Steven Universe is as crazy popular as everybody on Tumblr would have you believe, why aren't they running Steven Universe 100 times a day instead of Teen Titans Go?
Right.
You know, it's like all Teen Titans Go, and then here's a whole bunch of Steven Universe. In one, then they just like disappears for a while.
You know, here's the thing. People are talking about season 2. You know what's going to happen? Everybody's going to watch this to see how bad it is, and they're going to take that as it's like The Last Jedi. Everybody's going to watch it because they didn't know how bad it was going to suck, and then it's like, I can't take my money back now, and they go on. Look how much money it made. It was so popular. It was amazing, and that's what they're going to. The takeaway is going to be because everybody's going to tune in to watch this shit just to see how bad it actually is. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what this is. This is I mean, seriously, it's like Ghostbusters. It'd be better if we end up getting a standalone Dibble show.
That's right.
Oh my God, I would watch Dibble.
I'd watch Dibble.
Dibble for president. Dibble's gonna crush Hordak in the next
Ethereum.
Dibble's gonna sit on Hordak.
No, sit on. Never mind. Dibble's gonna crush. Okay, never mind.
He's gonna crush she. It's a she.
Okay, that's right.
She is gonna crush Hordak. God, this is I can't believe this. This is actually more of a train wreck than this is why they're hiding the show, because they know that parents in Middle America are gonna be like, "What in the actual hell am I watching?" Which is why I think the reactions to Steven Universe for a lot of people, you know, I just don't think kids are into it. I mean, this is a show made for young adults. You know, this is a show made by...
Oh, I'm sorry. It was made for kids. You're wrong. It's not for adults. It's not for you. It's for kids.
It's this...
Girl Prom is for kids.
My daughter, total target age, watches all kinds of shows like Winx Club and Miraculous Ladybug, and she watches anime. She has zero interest in this. Even before we started watching it, she has no interest in the show. None.
Yeah, she's like, this looks like
whatever.
crap.
It looks like garbage. But yeah, it's for 26-year-old kids. It's not. This is for the Tumblr crowd. I mean, this really is what this is, and they're making shows. And I don't understand what is going on in Hollywood that they keep handing the reins over to people who want to make shows for their generation. They're not making shows for kids.
They're saying it's
anymore.
for kids. And I mean,
They're not.
And I have nothing against people who do shows for kids that don't have kids. I'm just saying, I find it odd as a parent and a teacher that they keep giving these people these shows to run supposedly for kids, quote unquote, and they don't have kids. They don't work with kids. They don't like kids. They don't have experience with kids. But let them run the show, you know, like this, or write the books. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't understand. And again, like, I'm not saying that you can't have a young adult audience on a show, because there are a lot of shows out there. Now, when Adventure Time first started, you know, kids and adults, you know, kind of flocked to the show, and then it just started getting really freaking weird.
It got weird.
It got too
weird.
You're
not to say that, because when you say that, everybody jumps on you on YouTube. But you know,
the first like 3-4 seasons of Adventure Time, I mean, it was something that I could sit down with Squid King. We watched together, and you know, we enjoyed it, and it was cool because it was like there was some, you know, some shout outs to like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, and then it just got up its own ass, and it clearly
they all get up their own ass.
It clearly made the transition into a show for adults. You know, it just dropped the pretense. It used to be like, this is a show for kids. It has some adult humor. It just dropped the pretense. It's like, yeah, this is a show for adults.
Well, let's talk about a show that is totally aware of what it is?
Okay, we can do that.
Let's talk-
Okay,
we're
so
gonna-
Netflix.
We're gonna get another Netflix show.
Before you think that Netflix is going super politically correct, okay, I want to show you something else. This is another animated series coming to Netflix. It's called Super Drags, and you know what? It's about stereotypical drag queens.
It's very stereotype, very
beating the shit
stereotype.
out of bad guys who are also stereotypes, and hilarity ensues, I guess. But this is
you have the music on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is a very different show from She-Ra. Well, yeah. So we got a bus full of drag queens, and yeah, this is real. This is real. They're drag queens, and they look like they're basically the Powerpuff Girls as drag queens, and they get their.
There's no innuendos.
There's
there
no.
at all.
This show is freaking, like, I don't even know how they got away with this. So Netflix goes from She-Ra, which is like ultra PC, ultra politically correct, we don't want to offend anyone, to probably one of the most offensive cartoons I think I've ever seen.
Oh, you'll see a
Look
lot
at
of
this. Come on.
Well, you know what? They're allowed to have penises in this one because it's about drag queens, so penises are allowed on this show.
I'm just gonna,
no penises in She-Ra, though.
I'm gonna freeze the frame on. There we go. There's no question what this
just
show's
eyes
about.
and a nose, and his nose is running.
Oh my god. Yes, this is Super Drags. Again, also coming to Netflix, new animated series also coming to Netflix.
It is like I got thinking Tu Wong Fu also, but much more wrong than Tu Wong Fu.
It is, and I think RuPaul actually is their leader. I think it's. Wow, Mama's gonna suck every last bit of highlights from those. Wow. Wow. Whoa. Like, I mean, come on, DCP Titan. So another show for the Tumblr Cloud. This is gonna make some people really angry. It's just so weird. Like, everybody's like, oh my god, Netflix is so politically correct, and then they put this out there, and I'm like, holy crap.
This is season 2 of She-Ra. I'm sorry.
How does this compare to Dick and Marty? I mean, Rick and Morty.
Okay, wait, you can look. Go ahead.
People want to know about the Easy Peasy video. So, the Easy Peasy video.
Yes, this here. Yes, this is what I'm saying. They're going full out stereotype.
I can't even believe this got made. I'm gonna be completely honest. Brittany Dodson, yeah, trans woman. I'm super. This is like.
Yes, that's what I first said.
This is what we're trying to say. Like,
going full out stereotype in this.
No,
one.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I cannot believe this got made. They're being super ridiculously overly careful with She-Ra, but then they're the same company, Netflix, is like greenlighting this whatever the hell this is. Now, granted, it's quote unquote adult, but like, I cannot believe that people aren't just completely coming unhinged about this show. Maybe it's because it's kind of like, it's not really on the radar. You know, it's not She-Ra, so it doesn't have a build-in, but like, I just can't believe that people were getting outraged about what they're getting outraged, but they're not getting upset about this. DCV Titan. I bet that rainbow shot is their love. I don't know. It's
their Care Bear stare.
It is a raunchy Powerpuff Girls, from what I can tell. And the poster for it. The tagline is "It's time to tuck," and it's got
their penises. Well, they're in their underwear, but they're clearly. You have to watch the rest of the trailer. Okay, go ahead.
No, we will. I just wanted to find the poster. Super Drags poster. Yeah,
right
like
here.
this is
our friend is on right now. Send it to us.
Time to Tuck, Netflix original, Super Drags. Look at that. That's exactly what you think it is. Time to Tuck, Netflix. So yeah. I have no words. I have no words. How this got greenlit. I
don't even know. I can't even.
I don't even. Okay, so anyway, let's go back to something that's. Oh, we're gonna watch part of this.
Oh, wait, I don't know.
I don't think there's much to watch. It's basically.
Oh,
what
hello.
the hell? I don't even. The fabulousness can't. I mean, this... Oh my god! Oh my god! Don't freeze frame! Just don't freeze any of these frames! Don't freeze any of these frames!
I'm gonna pee.
Oh my god! Okay, I'm shutting this off. I just picked a random freaking frame. I can't.
I can't. I'm gonna pee my pants.
Oh my god! This looks. I'm not even. Okay, so let's go back. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my
I
lord.
can't wrap my head around how. Again, it's like I don't understand how they pick and choose.
I can't breathe.
Like we're super progressive and we're super inclusive and we're super friendly, and then we're also gonna greenlight that. I'm like, YouTube channel ban. No, this is on Netflix official channel. This trailer is on Netflix official right here. Netflix. See the little God? Don't even look at that. See that little check mark? Yeah. First comment. This is gonna piss off so many people. The reason Pretty Cure looks peculiar. Yeah. So anyway, that is not She-Ra. I just can't believe.
We should do live action Sailor Moons in the stream. That'd be fun. We'd probably get demonetized
though. Oh my god,
though.
yeah, we would. Dick, I don't know. I'm just.
We did not know that was gonna come up.
How we go from
No
She-Ra to Rainbow Dick Breath?
That was not intentional.
It was not intentional. I didn't even realize that was.
Rainbows a lot at Netflix.
They do. But that wasn't intentional. That was super drag, which is probably one of the most offensive cartoons. I think is.
It's bad.
Like I don't even understand how.
I don't either.
Netflix is just like, oh, what's that you got? What was the show?
What?
With the food. Sausage Party.
Oh yeah, I never watched that.
Netflix is like, oh yeah, we can go one better. Sausage Party.
We thought Sausage Party was something. Hold my beer. Anyway, we had no idea that was going to pop up.
I did not know. Okay, so anyway, somebody asked about the Easy Peasy video. If you haven't seen the Easy Peasy video, do I believe somebody came to him and told him this stuff? Yeah. Actually,
it doesn't make it true though.
It doesn't make it true.
There's a ring of truth to it.
But there is a ring of I mean, it's not a secret that the animation industry right now is very incestuous. It's worse than comics. There are way fewer people working in animation right now than comics. And so you've got, basically two studios, doing animation at this point. You've got Cartoon Network. Now you've got DreamWorks kind of coming into it too. But like all these people know each other. They pass people around. I mean, whether or not they pass people around in the manner that Easy Peasy was talking about. I'm gonna. Oh God! I can't
take that off. Just take it
I
off.
don't want this on here. Easy peasy. I'm gonna go here and find his video.
We're not gonna play it though.
I'm not gonna play his video. But there are some, and I think it's a very. I mean, you wonder about the Cal Arts styles because most of these people come from Cal Arts. They do. They hire from Cal Arts.
I'm sorry. I'm just.
This is the way it is. This is the way it is.
You should stop talking about this while you're ahead. So I'm just saying. Back to She-Ra. So.
Yeah. So She-Ra, do I believe Easy Peasy? I think there might be. I'm not. I don't know. I can't. I do know that it does seem like every showrunner of most animated series right now got their start on another show. You can trace most of them back to Adventure Time, actually. Mm-hmm. Adventure Time sort of spawned Rebecca Sugar, and then they started. Studios started looking for other shows like Adventure Time, and then it's just sort of like now you've just got a bunch of people working in animation that are, kind of out of touch, I think, with kids. I think they're out of touch with kids. Go back to the dicks, please. No, we're not going to.
How do we fix it? I have no idea. I honestly have no answer for you.
I think it's just like comics. I think you're going to see more and more independent animators. I think, you look at the success that a lot of animators have had on YouTube. You look at like Odd Ones Out, Jaden Animations. They've been very successul. I guarantee you they're making more money on YouTube than they would be making as a grunt animator working in some studio out in Burbank. So I think you're going to see more and more people kind of doing their own thing. But then the thing about that is you're never going to have that like big cartoon show that defined a generation anymore, because everybody's going to be kind of doing little projects.
Oh, they're claiming it's going to be She-Ra that defined a generation already, but that didn't count because it was problematic, campy, and it was just garbage. But the new one, which is Miyazaki and Mobius-esque, is going to inspire a new generation with the right think, and the extreme, they flat out said, extreme leftist agenda. And like I said, this is coming from somebody who leans left. We're like, what?
Yeah, I know. It's exactly what we said. I said, you watch, I joked when we first saw it. It's like, you watch, Hordak is going to be Trump, the Horde's going to be the police department or the military or whatever, and these guys are going to be the resistance. And they're going to be, kind of the misfits trying to cast out the evil Hordak. And that's exactly what it looks like they're going to do. It's like, holy crap. Anyway. So what do we want to talk about?
I thought you were going to mention the you said in the thing about the Mark Waid thing.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we could switch gears. We've talked about She-Ra. We have over 500 people on now.
Are you kidding me?
We have 550 people on now.
Hey everybody!
We have 550 people on now. So
are you serious?
Yeah, I am serious. So we've got. I don't know if that's a record.
And you just showed them a rainbow penis. Way to go.
I just showed 550 people a rainbow penis. I didn't. Netflix did it.
Yeah.
Netflix showed 550 people a rainbow penis. Pecan resist. Yeah. Can you pull up the original She-Ra opening? No. Every time I put any filmation footage in any video, we get demonetized. So I was going to talk about the Mark Waid thing, and I'll tell you why, because we talked about it before, the situation with Mark Waid. Mark Waid went on Nerdist, and the reason I want to talk about this is I want to talk, speaking of the 550 people that we have watching right now. We lost 5 because we stopped talking about She-Ra. but that's twice as many people as were watching Mark's interview on the Nerdist. I know because I was actually watching it live. It came up a notification that he was going to be on live. He did 3:00 like yesterday. I think he did it yesterday. And oh my God. So Mark Waid, who is in the middle of a lawsuit with Diversity in Comics. Diversity in Comics is the infamous Diversity in Comics, who everybody believes is the leader of that insidious organization known as Comicsgate. Mm-hmm. That he is the Hordak of the comic book,
the evil horde,
the evil horde, right? Slapped Mark Waid. I believe rightfully so, with a lawsuit for trying to interfere in a publishing deal.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what side you're on,
no matter what side,
going into that kind of stuff and censorship, that's a problem.
Yeah, anyway. It is a problem. So now Mark launched a GoFundMe to help cover his legal bills, and Richard Meyer, who is Diversity in Comics, also has a GoFundMe to cover his legal bills. So the legal bills, what's a legal bill? His legal bills to cover his bills. God, I don't know, what the hell am I talking about? I don't know. I read that guy's article on Entertainment Weekly, and I can't talk like a normal human being anymore.
That's right. Like his a birthday cake and fireworks. Oh my God!
Like it's kind of legalish, and they kind of legalishly, and they're like, I got like courtly, and they're like, oh my God, like rainbow vaginas and fireworks. I don't know. I'm just making shit.
I'm trying to figure out what rainbow vagina. There's no vaginas.
No, we saw rainbow penises, so I figured we had to be an equal opportunity. Rainbow genitalia discussion here. DCV Titan, thank you. Oh, the Nerdist fluffing Mark Waid and then shut down the comments. Yes. They will never bring Zach in, and I'll tell you why. Because what happened? Now I want to talk about this because this is one thing that we're seeing, more and more of. We're seeing the mainstream, I guess you call it the mainstream pop culture media, freak the fuck out over over YouTube, over independent comics, over just basically anybody who wants to create entertainment or talk about entertainment, and they're not part of this sort of Hollywood-controlled cabal. And that's what this is. I mean, comics, everything. The whole thing is sort of a giant, circle jerk. It really is. So Mark Waid goes on to Nerdist, the friendly media, to plead his case. And the host immediately, so they talk about, they basically...
I didn't watch it. I saw a couple minutes of it.
Yeah, they throw him a bunch of softball questions.
Wait, there's only been 6,000 views on this.
Yes. And I want to talk about this. This is very important. The reason
Look at the downvotes.
1.3 thousand downvotes. I want to talk about this because this is why I think, politics aside, what I think is actually going on here with these publishers and these all of these comic book news sites constantly attacking people is they're scared shitless because they're losing
Well, yeah, I think everybody, I
control.
think there's a definite fear.
There's fear. They're losing control. So Nerdist immediately, they do, okay, so they talk about Mark Waid's career, yada, yada, and that's fine. But then when they start talking about Comicsgate, and you see what the toxic fandom, it is introduced by the host, and I forget this guy's name. He introduces Comicsgate as a harassment group. So, factly, like, this is an established fact. Comicsgate, and anyone who supports Comicsgate, is a harassment group. And you, Mark Waid, being the spokesperson for
Look at his face.
professional comic book industry. Oh, Mark, come on. Her, and that is the romantic, attraction.
Sounded in. This is actually.
Oh, I don't want to hear Mark. I can't get on board with this, Mark. I think here we go. Very serious reading. You become the target of a lawsuit. You have to be careful about what you can say. Well, yeah.
We haven't been so far.
He hasn't been so far. His lawyer definitely hasn't been. Perceived online harassment group, Comicsgate. The perceived leader of the online harassment group, Comicsgate. This is the Nerdist, which is one of the biggest pop culture sites out there, flat out saying, matter of factly, this is what Comicsgate is. It's a harassment group. We're telling people watching. Now, the
bad thing was, the only thing that was bad was that during this, I do know that what I saw that people were in the comments, well, they were trying to say something. Most people were being pretty okay about it. And they were getting kicked as soon as they'd say anything, or then they shut the comments down. But, one thing I will say is, people are trying to fight, for their friends, which I totally don't disagree with. But what I'm going to tell you is, when you have to be careful when you're doing this, because all they're doing is taking comments that they deem as harassment. They stir it up, then wait for you to start yelling stuff at them, and then they take those and say, see, look, they're harassing us. They're harassing us. They're deliberately baiting you guys to get you to go off and scream at them so they can make a folder of it and take it to court and say, look what I had to put up with. That's why I did
chased
something.
me to Nerdist and they harassed me.
Doesn't matter. They're trying to bait you deliberately. Poking the bear on purpose.
So the funny thing about this is there were about 300. I think there were about 300 people watching this. Now, it was in the middle of the afternoon. I watched it. I'm self-employed, so I can, whatever. And it came up in my notifications. Didn't say anything. A lot of people were getting banned. Now, I don't know what they were saying. Some people were just like, hello. But I think if they were identified as having any association with Comicsgate, they were having their messages deleted. Any questions, like legit questions from Mark Waid, any mention of Comicsgate or Diversity in Comics or whatever, it was stricken from the chat. They eventually locked the chat stream. You can't even find a record of it. People did record it.
Yeah.
But they were putting people in timeout for no reason. It was just absolute insanity. So my Nerdist, my avatar is actually a Nerdist producer. So anyway, now we got the trains coming. So they locked the comments too. They locked the comments because people weren't getting through on the live chat. So they locked the comments. People have downvoted. It's got 1,000 downvotes. But to Geeky's point here, this blew up. Okay, and I'll tell you why. Nerdist actually just proved how powerful Comicsgate and how many people are actually associated with Comicsgate and support Comicsgate. Nerdist has 2.5 million supposed subscribers. The most they could muster up was about 6,000 views, and I guarantee you probably 2/3 of those views are from Comicsgate people wanting to see what's going on.
Right.
And they were all silenced. And Mark talked about wanting to sit down with people and kind of reach across the aisle and whatever, but then they do this.
Right.
And I'm sorry. You tried to tank a publishing deal, and you're on here talking about we'd love to sit down with these people and talk it out or whatever. No, you don't. Clearly you do not, because you've shut down communication. You don't want to hear anything contrary to what you believe. But to have Nerdist come right out and say, Comicsgate is a hate movement matter-of-factly, just like so many of these other publications have.
What gets me is I'm seeing more and more assumptions being made about people, about who they have relationships with, about who, what they are, who they are ethnically, whatever. And they make these assumptions, and then these assumptions become their fact. They could be completely wrong.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter. It's just, I assumed this, so it is now true. That's what gets me. But go ahead.
Yeah, but this is the story that's being spun by, and we've, look, are there some people in Comicsgate who have said things that they should not say? Yeah. Are there people on the other side that have said and done things they should not do? Yeah. Making these generalizations, these large sweeping, anybody associated with this movement are just a bunch of awful human beings, and they need to be, stricken from existence, which basically the comic book industry, the pop culture websites, they're all trying to shut it down. And all they do is they actually create more support for it. And that's where I'm going with this. Like, every time you try to shut this down and you try to tell the fans what they should and shouldn't like, who they should and should not support, it blows up in your face, and it creates more support for the opposition. Eventually, you're going to run out of options. You're not going to be able to shut everybody up. You're not going to be able to shut everybody down, so they'll just take their money and they'll go elsewhere.
And I think the reason, I honestly, and I told you this earlier, I think the reason he wanted to come on here is because I think they're looking at this as, okay, well, they're getting all this money because they're on YouTube. Well, that's an unfair advantage. So I'm going to go on YouTube too, and then I'm going to rake in the money as well. And it doesn't really work that way. But anyway.
Well, that's it. And that's where they're failing. That's where they're failing. Because you look at, again, Nerdist, 2.5 million subscribers. And, you can only muster up 6,000 views. They had 300 people on the stream. Probably 75% of the people on the stream were Comicsgaters popping in to see what Mark was saying because they were interested in the case. These publications, these channels, they don't have the power anymore. And, they're losing ground to YouTubers, to, honest reviews, honest reactions to pop culture. Fans are sort of taking their hobbies back. They're taking their hobbies back, not to exclude anyone because of ethnicity or sexual orientation or anything. They're taking their hobbies back from people who want to control what you should and should not like.
Yeah.
But
they picked the wrong era to do it in, because now there's so many things out there they really can't control what you can and can't like. So anyway, I didn't really watch it. You did. I just think that's why he went on there, because I think he thought he could leverage the YouTube. He could leverage YouTube. Was what he's thinking.
And I think that's erroneous. I mean, okay, because these sites, it's like they can't win, so they try to attack the people that can't win. And I'm gonna bring this up. Okay, so Bleeding Cool, which constantly attacks anyone associated with Comicsgate, and they have for well over a year. And in fact, I think they do it because they depend on the views for the ad revenue. Bleeding Cool, which is supposed to be a pretty sizable site, at one point in time was considered a major comic book site. They've been on YouTube for a long time, and they've only got like 2,000 subs.
Yeah,
they've got a couple videos that did well, but like, look, this is like most of their videos. Like, look, Bleeding Cool, major big comic book website, Bleeding Cool, 76 views, 200 views. The average Comicsgate YouTube channel, or even just a run-of-the-mill comics review site that's not associated with Comicsgate on YouTube, gets many times what they get. Why are they freaking out? They can try to tell you that it's all about politics. I think it is to some degree, but I think it's also about control. I think it's
mostly about control.
It's about control. They want to control the pop culture media. They're seeing that YouTubers are eating into their viewership, and they're freaking out. So what they do is attack. Yeah. Oh, you're making the little sleepy face.
Yeah, you're being boring.
Well, I can't scream all the time. This is actually pretty serious, because this is really what I think is behind, the end of it. This is really what's behind a lot of the craziness that you're seeing, where they have to attack Comicsgate. They have to attack anybody that wants to make comics or whatever, or have a different opinion that exists outside of
that's what gets
that
me about,
ecosystem, because it is a big circle jerk. We know it is. We work on the inside. We know what it is.
In general about the internet anymore, it's just I can't wrap my head around this whole. You don't agree with me 100%, so you clearly are this or that name or this whatever. You clearly are these things, and I'm going to block you now because I can't be associated with you because you only agree with 98% of what I think and not the 100% that you should. And that always makes me like, what the hell? Yeah,
I know. But yeah, their views are bad. Well, we talked about Marvel before. I was trying to follow some of the comments here. There's a lot of comments going on. Marvel
sorry if we don't follow it all week. It's kind of hard.
We're trying to. The point I'm trying to make here. We'll go over some comments here. But Marvel, 8.6 million subscribers. 8.6 million subscribers on Marvel. With 8.6 million. Oh, hey, we don't want that. Let's see what their videos do. Like 700, 6,000. Now, okay, Deadpool got 17,000. But even 17,000 views for a channel with 8.6 million subscribers.
Yeah, 5 days ago, 23,000.
I mean, this is not Spider-Geddon. Okay, so that got... But some of these I think are promoted. Some of these I think if they're promoting a game or a movie, they actually pay to promote the videos, and that's why they're getting the views. But like, your average comic book channel gets more than Marvel. When we did the She-Ra, we live streamed their live stream. We're doing the reaction at New York Comic Con.
Oh, the sci-fi one?
For Sci-Fi, major outlet. They had like 40 people on. We had 400 people on.
I know. Yeah, someone said they buy subs. Yes, we know. There's a lot of places that buy subs anymore. It's like they suddenly shoot up from like, a low number to 1,200 ahead with like very little video views in like a matter of a week. It's questionable.
Yeah, well, why they do it? I can tell you why they're doing it, because Disney's probably asking questions. I'm gonna be honest. I think Disney's probably asking questions. Disney's probably like, what are you guys doing on YouTube? We
know they care about YouTube.
They care a lot about YouTube. But again, like a week ago, 7,000 views for 8.6 million subscribers.
It's because of those people that did that stupid New York Comic Con commercial, and they made the weird faces, and it was annoying, and it was just I just wanted to cry or slap them. I couldn't tell which.
But like, I just this is why they're freaking out. They can't pop culture blogs, comic blogs. They have lost the ability to connect with real fans. They've lost the ability to connect with real fans. They don't know what real fans want anymore. And the people who do are the YouTubers that they demonize.
Well, yeah, and then when people are fans and they say they don't like things, they just tell them they call them every kind of ist they can think of.
Yeah.
You are
discredit them.
Like Spinnerella. We don't like Spinnerella. We question. Let's put it this way. We question the look of Spinnerella as considering what her superpower is, and considering those boots and her toes being exposed and everything else. We question her powers, and when she looks that way, because she'd be athletic, you're just you're fat shaming. You are just being disrespectful to people that are heavy. I'm fat. I still don't get it. I'm just like It's just,
I think you're sexy.
Well, you would, because you've married me, and if you didn't think so, it'd be a bad decision on your part. So anyway.
But this is why. I mean, again, I'm not trying to get like change the tone so much, but like, this is why I believe our DreamWorks She-Ra video got flagged and taken down.
You can't say anything bad.
Just long enough for New York Comic Con to pass, and then they put it up. They could have reinstated it that day, but DreamWorks had to sign off on it. There was nothing wrong with it. It's just that it made them look bad, because I think was that the video where we actually said we had 400 people watching their live stream that had 40 people watching it.
I'm sorry, that's great. If you are pro-Brush
player, you hate black people. Oh my God. I am copying a feel right now. Spinnerella's wind. Yeah, she flies with wind.
Yeah.
Why does Spinnerella have a skinny face?
That's a good question. Her neck and face are skinny, but the rest of her doesn't. And I'm saying, by looking at that body, being someone who is heavier, if you wore that outfit, you are not going to look that smooth in it. It's just, sorry, you have to get off it.
I had to get off a super
Unless you have shapewear inside there. It's not going to be that smooth.
Okay, so this is a bad...
And those shoes are not appropriate for what she does.
I was joking with Aaron Sparrow, who comes on the show occasionally. I tried to get him on tonight, actually. That somebody should do a custom and go get a Kenner Gamorrean guard figure and then put a doll head on it. Make their own Spinnerella custom. So
yeah, it's just you can't win. It's like they always have some explanation of why you're wrong. No matter what it is, you're wrong. I don't like the color of the leggings. Well, that's because you are purple phobic. What the hell's wrong with you? You must be blind. It's never because, maybe that was a bad decision and I shouldn't have done that.
All right. How long do you think it'll be before we see some backtracking away from Progressify all things and act like an ass when people don't respond?
I hope soon.
They need to. I think Disney, at least, Bob Iger's to be believed in his, yearly wrap-up talk he did. It seems like the studios are starting to kind of realize now that, like, oh, hey, attacking the fans who have kept us in business all these years, that's not really a good thing to do, is it? And I think that's what upsets me most, and that's especially with She-Ra. Like, look, She-Ra means a lot more to Geeky than it does to me, obviously. But what makes me so angry is watching the pop culture media lie, watching them needing to, like, they have a need to destroy the original.
Yeah, that's
they have to destroy the original and destroy the fans of the original to make their new version look better by comparison. And it would be great. I mean, look, if this were
that article was a perfect example.
Yeah, that article was a perfect example. Thank you, DCV Titan. God, he's sponsoring the show tonight, but thank you. Spinnerella makes all sorts of sense. It started spinning and collapsing herself like a neutron star. She'd cause a tornado. There we go.
She'd cause a black hole is what she'd cause.
I agree. Big women are lovely, but it was change for the sake of change. If this were a brand,
but he has to say big women are lovely because he married me.
If
it wasn't
this,
big when he married me though.
If this were, I do love you. If this were a new show, if this were a brand new show, I wouldn't have these complaints. I'd just be like, whatever. Like Steven Universe, I don't care because it's its own thing. I don't really care. But when you take an existing show with an existing fan base and you constantly use the media to run down the original, to run down the fans, and then create shit storms on social media to paint anyone who doesn't like the new version as some sort of like racist, homophobic, misogynist. I mean, this is like, it's so textbook. They're all doing it. The comic book companies are doing it. The gaming companies I don't think they're doing it as much now. I think they got their asses kind of kicked. Movie studios are doing it. We're seeing Lucasfilm do it. Stop doing that. Like, this isn't going to help.
It's just it's an insult to injury.
Who are you going to sell to?
You're making it worse. You're making it worse.
Like, if why have a nostalgic product at all if you're going to piss on the fan base and piss on the original? DCV Titan, thick ladies be fine. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with thick ladies. I don't have a problem. What I have a problem with is the intentional, like, even with this show, they found the body types of the original Princesses of Power to be problematic, so they changed every single one of them. Just because they couldn't have a single fit, thin, toned woman on the team. They all had to be shorter, younger, super skinny, heavy, different ethnicity, just because it wasn't okay to have fit white women on the team anymore. Right. And that's what's garbage about it. And it's the same with anything else. Everybody makes it out like, oh my God, you just don't want gay people and black people to be superheroes. Like, no,
there's no
problem with that. Especially in a story, even like if it's organic, it makes sense. Like a sidekick takes up the mantle or something, that's fine. But why not make new characters? Why can't we have new characters? Right. Don't people, from all over the spectrum, don't those people deserve new characters? Why do they have to have hand-me-downs? Why do they have to have hand-me-down characters?
That's what I've been saying, yeah.
Give them new characters. Give people new characters. New characters. People will love them if you actually create new characters they can connect with. And it won't matter what their race is, what their sexual orientation is. Give them something new. DCV Titan, $2, thank you.
Yeah, you said that
over
right.
thick is another matter.
Well, here's the thing, too. And I do say, I do think that there was one idea for a show in mind, and then it became this one. I mean, I think, Stevenson probably had another idea for a show, and then she had to just use this one instead.
That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. It feels like there was a whole nother concept she had, and it was like, well, just take those ideas and slap it on She-Ra, and turn it into something completely different that doesn't make anybody happy.
Oh, sorry, Matt wants to know, does she have tits or a tit? I'll tell you what.
Well, no, the drawing, because it looks like a unitit.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to explain this, okay? Geeky's going to explain how this works, okay? It depends on the type of bra you have. If you have a nice underwire bra that lifts and separates, you're going to have two. If you have a sports bra or maybe one that's not underwire, isn't sewn the way it is, lift and separate, and you have larger boobs, it's going to be just one. I mean, there's two there, but they're going to look like one.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. It depends on the kind of, support system you have going on when you have giant boulders on your chest. It's going to depend. Anyway,
thick women.
Now you know,
hot.
and the more you know.
That's right. Geeky's going to tell you how that works. I just want to show you here again to talk about the disingenuousness of all this. Okay, so people are talking about the comments. There's only 49 comments. It's not good.
That's it?
Yeah. There's only 49. There's only. I
49 they let through.
That they let through. Here's the thing. This guy here, I'm like, oh, best new cartoon of the year.
I saw that earlier.
Yeah, right. Okay, so who is this guy? Like, best new cartoon of the year, sure. Oh, hey. I also write and produce a series for Nerdist called Animation Investigation. This guy's a shill for Nerdist. So he's on here calling it the best show of the year. Don't you guys see how this is all connected?
Yeah,
This is all connected. It's all connected. It's one giant wank fest to promote.
Bras until the patriarchy. No, that is pantyhose. I think they're invented by men to torture women. When you have boobs that are bigger, the bras are actually helpful. I mean, they suck sometimes, but it sucks worse to not have one. So anyway.
Yeah. So this is.
He said, "I don't see his comment up there." Yeah, I think they're only letting certain comments through. Are there any negative ones in there?
No. Hype is too real. The adore Catra relationship interesting. Where's the background? Not pretty much. God, I can't wait. And I think if you look into these,
but their username is yes.
Their username is yes. Beautiful friends, welcome. I'm so excited to see this. Love it. Gee, she's a giant. See, if it's neutral, they'll let it through. If it's, Lauren Faust transformed My Little Pony into something wonderful. Now DreamWorks Animation has done the same to She-Ra. No. Yeah, I think they're monitoring. I think DreamWorks.
Yeah, they're letting certain comments
whoever the PR firm is for DreamWorks, they are working like overtime.
But they're DreamWorks, and they have only 5,000 views on this, and it's been up for a while now, several hours.
4.8 million. 4.8 million subscribers to DreamWorks TV, and there's only 5,000 views.
Okay, several people are saying they asked legitimate questions. I made a legitimate question about the powers. I don't see it. So people are asking questions on here, and their questions are not going through. Oh, yeah, they're star killers. That's for sure. Sorry, they mentioned the star killers. They're more of a star killer than a Death Star.
Yeah.
In regards to, never mind. You have to watch other shows. If you don't get it, go watch the other shows.
Are they excited for Super Drag? I don't know. Are they excited for Super Drag? Is anybody excited for Super Drag?
I don't know. I didn't look at the thing.
I'm
just don't pause it on that.
Oh, God. Okay.
It's only got like not even 800,000.
No, they have 7. Yeah, but look, it's
27,000 upvotes.
I didn't even know the show existed until like
it's gonna piss
till
Rammstein. We're not blocking these comments.
New season of Pretty Cure looks peculiar. I'm gonna watch it again, and force everyone I know to watch it. Powerpuff Girls were found weaveless. Oh, hey, the trailer seems like a low effort to attract more LGBT audiences.
I thought it'd be more offensive. I
think it's actually more offensive to LGBTQ audiences. So I don't know. I don't know. It's Netflix doesn't seem as tight. Now, this is on Netflix's channel, where She-Ra's on DreamWorks' channel. Now, to be clear, DreamWorks is running She-Ra. I think Netflix just kind of lets it fly. I think they're running the show, but it's it's not really their thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't know. So that's what's going on, guys.
Someone said they posted about weeks ago. We probably didn't see it because we're not in the Discord that much.
No, we're not. We try
to see what's going on, but it goes by so quickly.
The Discord has taken on a life of its own.
But thank you for trying to show it to us.
We try to stop in when we can. Unfortunately, it's sort of like the Wild West over there now, I think. There's going to be a lot of crying on the show.
I like this. Real gay people have senses of humor. I agree. I think it's just funny. It's just like I don't even know anymore. It's just everything's so what's what I'm gonna look for? Just distorted anymore about everything. Everything is just everything's distorted. You know what I mean? The way everybody thinks about other people, the way everything looks. It used to be like, people could be respectful when it was cool, when everybody had a sense of humor. Like I could poke fun at redheads, I could get the joke. It was funny. I'm a redhead, and I wouldn't get a fat girl, and I wouldn't get pissed. And now it's like you can't make those jokes, or you're a terrible person. It's just everything's so distorted anymore.
Everything has You can take nothing at face
Glimmer has
value
to
anymore.
pee.
Like, there's always an ulterior motive. Like, everybody is like, there's always an ulterior motive. Love the Wild West called the Clownfish TV.
I don't even know what's going on half the time.
I don't even know what's going on either. I have no idea. But yeah, She-Ra's coming. It is what we thought it was going to be. It's clearly not for us.
That EW article though, oh my god.
That EW article was literally the worst press release of any kind I've ever read.
The adjectives were up at the top and
Anywhere.
the commas were lacking.
It was like, I swear to God, it was written by like a 14-year-old, Tumblr kid or something. It just,
it's perfect. It's
oh my God, your mama is so awesome. Like Disco Fireworks. Oh my God, so awesome. She's so awesome. I've never seen the original show because I like wasn't born, because it's just like old people watch the show, and it was really kind of like garbage show. But like I watched a little bit on YouTube. And
But they're doing prom now, so it's so relevant.
It's so relevant.
It's relevant because of prom.
God.
Yeah, prom makes everything relevant.
Is it possible? DM us from time to time. I will try to get back to people. Don't take offense if I don't, because we're like crazy busy, and I've got like 900 emails I'm trying to go
What was
through.
the birthday
like,
cake thing? Hold on, the birthday cake thing was really whack. Hold on, I'm finding it.
shit
Back
on
off.
toast.
I'm in control now.
Okay, you run the mouse. I'm
in control now, man. Where is the birthday cake thing? Let's talk about the birthday. Here it is. Stevenson honors the basic plot layout and the birthday cake radiance of old school She-Ra.
Yeah, God.
He doesn't understand commas, but he loves hyphens.
He loves hyphens. Everything's ish and light.
E.
An E.
This is really lame E.
It's lame-y.
It's poorly written E.
Darren Franich. What's he write? Does he write other stuff? I want to see. Like, are all of his articles this awful? The meaning of Rick Grimes. The Nutcracker in the Four Realms needs more dancing. No, it needs more money. It needs more money, Darren. It needs a lot more money. I just want to pick a random article just because I can. Because it's much too fun.
It's all hyphens and E's. New Nutcracker. His aunt gave him Nutcrackers. You had a crazy aunt to actually give you Nutcrackers?
Oh my God.
He's just making this shit up.
They
He
gave it a
has to be.
C. They gave it a C.
It's not as great as She-Ra and her birthday cakiness.
Oh, he didn't really write a very long...
No, he didn't use hyphenated E's in this one either.
No, it's because I think DreamWorks gave him the other... I think they gave him the other article. I don't know. Anyway, so that's about all I've got. It's frustrating to see... It's frustrating to see fans dragged through the mud by publishers, by studios, by fan media. It used to be that fan media with fans, for fans, they gave honest opinions, and we're not seeing that anymore. We're seeing dishonesty, we're seeing outright lies, we're seeing people attacked because they exist outside of this bubble, and it's disgusting. I mean, it's
misogynisty.
Misogynisty, it is. But yeah, you can't believe everything you read, guys. But yeah, watch the show for yourself. If you like it, you like it. We're not going to hate on anybody for liking it.
No.
So with Star Wars, you like The Last Jedi? I don't care if you like The Last Jedi. I really don't. I'm just saying, don't attack people who don't like it.
I think it becomes it goes beyond the whole it isn't very good in our opinion to it is a giant attack fest on people who don't agree. And there's a difference between, agreeing to disagree and not liking it, and someone can not like it and you understand that. It's like, oh, okay, I liked it, I understand. And then when people didn't like something, they're calling out their fan cred, they're calling them names, they're saying they're just white guys who incels live in their mom's basement.
Yeah. All that lies.
There's a difference.
There might be people that are. But that doesn't mean that everybody's bad. I mean, it's like the most heinous thing I've seen recently was I think it was Bleeding Cool trying to connect the Kroger shooter to Comicsgate. To try to paint Comicsgaters as being.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it, but yeah,
I mean, I'm like,
there's always extremists in every group.
Right.
So I mean, it's possible, but there's extremists in every. There's always extremists, no matter what the group is.
Neon doesn't like new She-Ra. What a misogynisty. I am a misogynisty person. Yeah, so this is what it is, guys. And I didn't mean to go off on some like kind of sad here. I brought the whole thing down, but like, I'm just really, again, beyond She-Ra, just kind of upset at just the way that things are right now with, what should be fun. I mean, the entertainment industry, fandom, comic books, games, movies, it should all be fun, and it feels like there is a war of some kind being fought, and it sucks.
It's stupid.
It sucks. Everybody's attacking everybody else, and it's terrible. It's terrible. So
It doesn't take much to
I
make
missed a
Glimmer
super
cry.
chat. Oh no, I missed a super chat. Where did I miss a super chat? I didn't mean to miss a super chat. I was too busy talking.
Where'd you miss one?
I don't know. I'm going up. I'll put that one there. Okay,
Oh,
guys.
that's probably we were talking.
Oh,
Okay.
see Tara Strong arguing with the
I
Uber
did.
driver. Oh,
I didn't watch the
God.
video. I saw what was going on. I saw the headline, and honestly, I was just like, "Ugh, I don't even give a shit anymore. And I just kept scrolling because I'm like,
About what? Was she?
Okay, apparently the Uber driver heard them talking in the back about, I think they about being Democrats or something, and he was saying things to them, and then they went off on, everybody went off on each other. Thing.
Wait, they got into a political fight?
Basically, the Uber driver said something, and it just set off. And then, of course, it was on camera, which was, I just go on the assumption that everything's on camera anymore.
Was the Mary
She said they almost killed them. Are you serious?
Oh my God. God. Yeah, I'll have to look into Tara Strong. I didn't know what.
I saw
what
it. I didn't actually listen to it. I just scrolled past it because honestly, I was like, I don't really. Surprise! I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Robert Hamilton won't fail. It'll go second season. Yeah, it is. It's already been greenlit, I think. For
But the second season, like I said before, is like the first season's like
order
8 episodes.
Yeah,
it's basically like one season split in 2.
But it's like Voltron does that too.
Yeah,
where
they do.
They
So
basically
every season
release,
is like a few episodes.
It's like 6 or 8 episodes. Yeah. Twilight Sparkle friendship blasted the driver.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Oh God.
Someone said Spinnerella's not fat, she's bloated. I was gonna make a Glimmer joke about I'm not trying to cry all the time, but it's that time of the month and I'm hormonal.
Oh jeez. So yeah, this is what's coming. And you guys may like it. I mean, there's folks in here obviously that are on board with it, and that's cool. If you want to watch, that's fine. Just saying, I don't like the fact that the media is attacking old school fans who don't like it. I don't like that people are being just dismissed. Their opinions are being dismissed, and they're all being told that they're a bunch of just middle-aged white dudes that want to jerk off to She-Ra. It's not true.
We need to use something that we have the license for, that has a fan base, that it's going to get people coming in because it's a well-known property, and then we're going to use it, and then when people don't like it because we completely distorted it, and then we're going to tell them they're all just transphobes, racists,
right.
Fat shamers. Everything else, body shaming people because She-Ra doesn't look like She-Ra, and everything else.
Yeah, and it's again, if this were a new show, if this were a brand new show, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care at all. And my big, obviously Geeky is upset that this is what is becoming of She-Ra, but from where I'm at, I'm more upset with how the media is painting the fandom, painting, and calling the old show like there was
anybody in the old show saying that they basically were hacks. It was terrible.
Yeah, it was terrible. The actors were terrible. The show was terrible and cheesy. It was a horrible show. The New York Times, I could not believe, did an article. The very first sentence was captioned under the photo, talked about how terrible the original show was. I'm like, way to win over a fan base, way to get the old school fans back on board, because clearly they know the old school fans aren't going to be on board, so they have to insult them right out of the gate and get it over with, I guess. But when you've got the original voice actress of She-Ra, Melanie Britt, going to bat for fans, saying that this is not right, this isn't fair, and it's her namesake too. That's what she's best known for, and they're pissing on it. You don't piss on original She-Ra. You find a way to work her in the show or something.
You find a way to work with people and make it so I mean, you're not going to make everybody happy at all. You're never going to make everyone happy. But you can find a middle ground where you might be like, okay, I understand it's changed now, but I'm still on board with it because you still are staying true to the original. And they keep claiming they're staying true to the original. They aren't even remotely staying true to the original. Now it's a magical girl show.
Yeah,
we're gonna win.
That's Club. If it were a brand new thing, I wouldn't care. You
go to prom with me.
If they were respectful of the original fans, they were more respectful of the original show, and came out and said, "Hey, we appreciate the old fans. We want you guys to watch a show too. Like it's different, but you know what? We still want you guys. They're basically telling the old fans, we don't want you. We want new fans. This is our She-Ra now, and go fuck yourselves."
And then I told you too, that one board I'm not going to mention, the one person was on there like, well, it was only a small niche group of people that are still like the old show. Most people just don't like it anymore, don't care, and they all are on board with a new one. And it's like, no, that's not true. Yeah. But anyway, you're running long.
It is. We are running long. We had a bunch of people on. I felt like we had to run longer. We had about 560 people on.
That just blows my mind.
Yeah, which is crazy. That's like I said, twice as many people as the Nerdist had on. and we're a tiny channel. So, but we do appreciate everybody watching, even those that we disagree with. It's fine. You're allowed to voice your opinion.
Yeah.
We're totally cool with that. Definitely appreciate everyone watching. If you haven't gone to the join the Discord yet, maybe you guys can make sense of it.
Real quick, I just want to agree with Pseudonym what she said.
Oh.
He said, he or she, I don't know. I just don't understand. If this was an IP that meant a lot to them, they'd hate if someone came along and changed it. Right. So I just understand. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. I have no answer for you.
I don't know. I mean.
So anyway, we're going to get going, guys. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much
hugs,
for coming.
Hugs to everybody. Not the hugs and kisses, I say, just hugs.
Hugs and kisses.
I won't do the hugs and kisses to you guys.
Please,
you deserve it.
okay,
yay!
If you haven't joined the Discord yet, please join the Discord.
It's a Wild West out there.
It is the Wild West. I am warning you. We don't have moderators. We probably should get moderators. If we catch things that are weird, we try to do the best we can do, but we don't want to limit people's free speech either. If you guys want to continue the conversation, go to the Discord. There's a link in the show description. And all right, so we're gonna log off.
Yes.
All right, guys, have a fantastic night.